Okay, so we were leaving Bend after a few days of bikes, friends, and beautiful camping. And things start to move fast from here. We were aiming towards Arizona, and after driving all day, we found a nice little campsite a few hours outside of Carson Valley to spend the night. It was an annoyingly bumpy road to get down to the river, but it was worth it, and I think we both fell asleep as soon as our heads hit the pillows.
Good morning. We are camped down on the Carson River. Rode in last night was pretty rough. Not like rock crawling rough, but like four-wheel drive with a little lift and at least some 32s rough. So that was kind of surprising to get down to the river's edge. But it's always kind of nice because then you know you're probably not going to see too many people. So there's no one down here. We're just super stoked that this is such a pretty spot. And then we might get to see my brother today. He's up somewhere near here camping. I have his Garmin InReach link, so I'm going to use that to track him down and like hunt him down today. We're also trying to upload a video. Can't hear, there's no cell service, but we're going to use our cell signal, I think, to upload it because it is Friday. Look at that. And that's our bath for this morning. So we're going to get to it and then head out and go hunt down Chris. I can't feel my feet. Oh my God, that's cold. Alright. That's probably overly dramatic. I'm no Wim Hof. Oh my God, that was cold. Kelsey's cheating. She's not going all the way in, so. Come on.
No way, it's so cold.
So what'd you find?
Bow shackle.
Oh, I wonder how that got there.
The pin sitting right next to it.
That's shocking.
Weird.
So when you leave your bow shackles on your bumper because they look cool and they rattle around making tons of noise, this is how we find them, usually on a trail somewhere. So zip tie them, safety wire them, or what we do is just keep them somewhere inside the truck, or you're going to lose them and then we'll steal them. Who knows how long that one's been there though. It's not like somebody just dropped it, I'm sure.
No. I mean,
Was it a nice one? Was it
in good condition. It's not. It's a cheaper one.
That was like a Chinese one?
Yeah.
2 hours later.
We've been stalking my brother.
No way, no way. Oncoming traffic and you're never gonna get through this.
Hey guys, we got, looks like a Ford, looks like another American truck. You know how those guys are. Just go ahead and run them down.
Welcome to the party, Hubert. Looks like we found ourselves a little dirt sunrise out here in Nevada.
Hey! Oh, we always meet here.
Yeah.
This is the spot, right? This is where we meet.
Well, as you can see, we found Tim's brother successfully, aka Dirt Sunset. and we spent the next couple days just hanging out and exploring the desert.
"48 hours later."
So sometimes this is how the video has to be uploaded. Sitting in the back seat, using
Got our
cell
Google
service.
Fi cell signal on hotspot and burning through our data.
Yeah, this month has been interesting because on top of basically working almost full-time to do the YouTube stuff, we also have another full-time job, and then living out of a truck takes a lot of time.
It's like a part-time job.
job. And then we still, on top of all that, want to try and enjoy and explore the areas that we're in. So it's been a bit hectic lately.
Yeah, and we're late this week. We had a
yeah.
couple days though. We were able to use my brother's like little Garmin inReach to track him down in a part of Nevada with no cell signal. So we the last time we had cell signal, took note of where he was headed there. He'd already gone, and then we got to the top of the mountain, found cell signal, and he was on another mountain like 2 hours away, and we're like, we're going for it.
Yep.
And raced over there and found him and some other buddies. And this is the group of guys that we did a lot of desert exploring with for the last like 10 or 15 years. We've been going out with this similar group. So it was so cool to surprise them coming around a corner and just fall right in the line in our little group of trucks like we used to do. And but so we enjoyed a few days. We took 2.5 days to just be with everybody.
Chill, yeah. So that was really nice, but it also was in the middle of the desert with mostly no service. So
yeah,
for good reason, our video is going to be late.
A couple days late on this one.
Yeah. Anyways, so now we're heading to do some more chores, see some family, and then head to our next job, I think. So.
Yep, we are on the outskirts of Vegas, a town that really doesn't have anything for us in it.
No.
But around Vegas is awesome stuff.
Yeah,
Don't
a lot of cool
shortchange
mountains.
Nevada,
Not a fan
that's
of
for
Las
sure.
Vegas. So we found our little camp. Goose is over there. I'll do a B-roll shot so that you can actually see it better. But we made it up kind of a pretty good trail. So I don't think anyone's going to be coming up here. And it's the end of the weekend, so I think most people that maybe were out here playing are done for the weekend, and we have a nice view over the valley. It's a little windy, but we tucked into some trees, so Goose is good. We have a little bit of service, so we're still working on uploading that video. I'll show you our camp.
The next day. Several days later.
We're here with all of our earthly belongings.
Yeah, this is it in the world. So this we're selling, this we're selling, and then all that junk in there we're selling or giving away. I think a lot of it's gonna have to be giveaway, but yeah. And so now it's been one more year since Tato's been sitting, and I think his plugs were a little fouled up when we put him away the last time, so I'm not as optimistic as the first year when we started him up, just because we had him at high elevation and some of his plugs I think were a little bit fouled. So we shall see how this goes. These I think are in them, right?
No, they're right here.
And we got our Yakima keys too.
Yeah, I know, that's why I grabbed it. I was like, we can't forget that.
Mouse trap. Amazing.
Little buddy does it again.
Oh man, I love this truck. Nice work, Tonto. Amazing. Didn't even, I mean, we disconnected the battery this year. That was the big improvement. We still do rat traps. We cover the intake and the exhaust. We put in the fuel stabilizer, you know, so it's still decent after a year. And that's it. Just park it. Good stuff.
You're good if you keep coming straight. Fumigated our storage unit for us.
No bugs in there anymore. Run like a top. I'm gonna let them run for a minute just so we don't shut them right off.
Yeah.
Well, we sold and got rid of as much stuff as possible, did maintenance on Goose, and realized we did not have near enough time to get either of the vehicles sold before we needed to be at work again. So only a little progress was made before we were off again. This time, our destination was northern Colorado.
1 week later.
So we are going through Monument Valley, just hit Utah. I've been here a ton of times, but it's still awesome.
It's so pretty.
I don't like actually going into the actual Monument Valley turnoff. That's worth it one time, but it's like, it's a zoo, buses, people. It's actually closed right now because of coronavirus, but definitely worth doing once, that loop out there.
Yeah, even just driving the road,
But yeah,
past it through this area is just a beautiful drive. We've been here when it's raining, and it's, no matter what the weather, it always is epic.
Motorcycle trips through here, you feel like it is part of a movie. You know, you're supposed to do a motorcycle trip along this section. You have to, right? It's definitely what it feels like.
Yeah, so pretty. Well, with some elevation under us, it was time to look for camp.
Love Utah. So easy to get remote. Do the Moki Duck way, take any one of the right turns that lead to this cliff. No fresh tracks, no trash, no people. Love it.
We made it to camp. Now it's time to crack a beer. Cheers. And enjoy the view.
I love that we can find these little places of calm. We have a lot going on, and it's easy to feel like life is a bit hectic. Plus, the world was feeling very uncertain and unstable. We weren't able to make many plans, and we were still trying to figure out what the new normal would look like. It was hard not to feel a little lost, but nature was the one thing that felt concrete. It was still the same. It was so comforting to have a little taste of normal, some peace in what sometimes felt like chaos.
A little bit of everything. Good. New spices from our latest shopping run. That's good.
Over the next couple of days, we continued to make our way to northern Colorado.
Just filling from a spring here in Moab. Best water
Fresh
around.
water.
That's good. Good and cold.
We spent most of our days doing this. Goose can get through some pretty tight, tricky stuff.
is some single track. This is pretty rad single track. Only moto, you know, nobody would mountain bike this one. Right here it looks mountain bikeable, but it's not on most of it. And there's Goose out there if you can see him, pretty far off. Kelsey coming around the bend. And I'm gonna meet her down in that valley. That sort of one in the middle of the screen there. And just like that, she's exactly where we plan to meet. Thankfully, ham radios were working and she's good at reading maps and stuff. So it's always a little weird though being out on foot, you know, probably 100 miles from a city or anything, and knowing that you're just on foot with nothing else, but woohoo!
There were big herds of wild horses, which made me very happy, and then it was so incredibly beautiful up here. We also saw elk. And we even scared up a big old mountain lion, which I barely caught on video. But it was pretty mind-blowing, and it didn't seem real how fast that big cat could move. On the weekends between editing, we enjoyed small town things like this tractor pull. And before we knew it, it was time to move on to the next job. This time a little ways to the south in Colorado. There was a lot of challenging terrain here, which meant a lot of spotting, but we made it through. Teamwork makes the dream work. So many epic views here and lots more wildlife. Finished with Colorado, we were now headed for Wyoming, and this state had a surprise up its sleeve.
Good morning.
It's
Mostly dark in here, so you can't really see much.
Does that help?
Not much, but it's all right. So, yesterday, it's a spoiler alert because you can see how much clothes I'm wearing, but yesterday morning, like 10, 11 o'clock was in the 90s, and we had the air conditioning going as we were working. And then it started getting colder and colder, and then at night, it sounded like some frozen rain. But check this out. Winter wonderland, and it's still coming down right now. So I'm gonna take you guys out with me. We'll get the truck ready to leave. Whoa. Look at that. Solid buildup. Gas struts won't hold the back open, but I have to say we've been really lucky with the gas struts for the pop top. It's got a lot of weight on there, as you'll see in just a second, and it's working out okay. So I'm pretty impressed. Amazing. So, go ahead and lock hubs. That one didn't want to move, a little frozen. Pretty awesome. I kind of love it. I mean, it's cold, yeah. We were warm last night, but it is coming down. So I'm gonna take our cutting board, scrape a little snow off the air intake there. All right. Okay, for now, I'll leave you guys right here on this little GoPro mount, so on the drive out you can watch along as we go.
Attempt to get out of where we slept last night. We'll see how it goes. Of course, as usual, Goose impressed us and crawled right out and up the hill. And besides this freak storm, the weather up here was pretty perfect. We saw a lot more elk, and we really enjoyed our time in Wyoming.
Hi, buddy.
But pretty soon we are headed for Nevada to see how much work we could squeeze in before winter set in. After a couple of weeks, winter arrived and we found ourselves done with work for the year. Thank you for watching. Join us next time as we make a spur-of-the-moment choice to head for Baja and race the Baja 1000.